If you are over the age of 70, there's a quiet question that likely crosses your mind more often than you openly acknowledge. Many elderly individuals wonder how much time they genuinely have remaining and whether their remaining years will be experienced with vitality, mental acuity, and autonomy. Physicians often provide statistics and research offers averages, but neither of these conveys the complete narrative. The human physique reveals far more about longevity than a birth certificate ever could. Some individuals in their late 70s begin to slow down rapidly, while others remain mentally alert and physically capable well into their middle 80s or even late 80s. The difference between these two trajectories is not arbitrary, and it is not based on chance alone. Today we are going to explore 7 hidden indicators that physicians, scientists, and longevity specialists quietly observe when evaluating how well someone is genuinely aging after 70. These indicators reveal your actual health potential and offer insight into how long you may continue existing with quality and autonomy. Most importantly, if you recognize even a few of these indicators in yourself, it is a very encouraging indication that your physique is aging more gracefully than you may realize. Aging after the age of 70 is not simply a matter of destiny, it is also not determined solely by heredity. Contemporary research increasingly demonstrates that daily physical function, emotional equilibrium, and recovery capacity play a major role in determining longevity. This discussion is not meant to create apprehension or worry. It is not intended to diagnose conditions or predict exact outcomes. Instead, it is designed to build consciousness and offer reassurance, especially for elderly individuals who may underestimate their own resilience. Many individuals who live well into their middle and late 80s already show these indicators quietly, often without understanding their significance. Let us begin with the first indicator, which may appear simple on the surface, but carries profound meaning for long-term wellness. Sign number 1, you can stand up from a chair without using your hands. The capacity to rise from a seated position without pushing off with your hands may seem like a minor detail, but it is one of the strongest physical indicators of longevity after the age of 70. When you can stand up smoothly using only your legs, it suggests that your lower body strength remains intact. It also indicates that your balance mechanism is functioning well and that your nervous system is still communicating efficiently with your muscles. Medical research consistently demonstrates that strong leg muscles are closely linked to longer life expectancy. Lower body strength helps protect elderly individuals from falls, fractures, and sudden loss of autonomy, which are often life-altering events in later years. Many individuals who live into their late 80s do not engage in intense exercise routines. Instead, they maintain simple, consistent movement, such as walking regularly, standing frequently, and using stairs when possible. These everyday actions preserve strength in a way that supports long-term survival. If you are still able to stand from a chair with confidence and stability, this is not merely an indicator of normal aging. It is a meaningful indicator that your physique is maintaining a level of physical resilience associated with extended longevity. Physical strength is an important foundation, but it is only one component of the aging process. The brain and physique age together, and the next indicator focuses on how well your mind is maintaining its stability over time. Sign number 2, your memory remains mostly stable even if it is slowed. Many elderly individuals worry about memory alterations, but it is important to distinguish between normal aging and concerning decline. Occasional forgetfulness, slower recall, or misplacing everyday items are common experiences after the age of 70. What physicians and scientists pay close attention to is not minor forgetfulness, but whether memory function remains relatively stable over time. A mind that slows slightly yet continues to function consistently is often an indicator of healthy brain aging. Research demonstrates that elderly individuals with stable cognitive patterns tend to live longer than those who experience rapid or accelerating mental decline. The brain plays a central role in regulating rest, hormones, immune response, and tension, all of which directly affect longevity. Longevity does not require having the sharp memory of a younger adult. Instead, it depends on maintaining mental equilibrium, emotional regulation, and the capacity to function independently in daily existence. If you are still able to follow conversations, make decisions, and learn simple, new information, your brain is aging in a controlled and healthy manner. This stability is a quiet but powerful signal of long-term wellness potential. Before we continue to the next indicator, I would like to ask you a very simple but important question. Have you noticed that your memory has remained mostly stable over the past few years, even if it feels a little slower than it used to be? If your answer is yes, that is something worth acknowledging. If your answer is no, that awareness is just as valuable. Please take a moment to share your experience in the comments below. Let us know whether you feel your memory has stayed steady, changed gradually, or declined more noticeably. Your comment may help someone else feel less isolated in their own journey. If you are finding this presentation helpful so far, please support the channel by liking this presentation and sharing it with someone who may benefit from this information. And if you have not already done so, consider subscribing to the Wisdom Vault, where we focus on calm, thoughtful, and meaningful content designed especially for elderly individuals who value understanding and peace of mind. Most importantly, I encourage you to watch this presentation all the way through because the indicators we discuss later are often the most revealing and the most reassuring. Now, let us continue with the next important indicator. Sign number 3. Your sleep is reasonably restful and consistent. Sleep patterns naturally transform after the age of 70. Many elderly individuals find that they rest fewer hours, wake earlier in the morning, or briefly wake during the night. These alterations alone are not indicators of poor wellness. What genuinely matters is sleep quality rather than sleep duration. Elderly individuals who experience calm, restorative rest on most nights tend to show slower biological aging and stronger immune function. During deep rest, the physique repairs tissues, regulates hormones, and clears waste products from the brain. When rest remains consistent, even if shorter, the physique retains its capacity to heal and recover. You do not need perfect rest to age well. You need reliable rest that allows your physique to rest and reset. If you generally wake feeling refreshed or reasonably rested, this is a positive indicator that your internal systems are still working in harmony. A physique that can rest effectively is a physique that can continue to sustain itself over the long term. Physical wellness alone does not determine longevity. Emotional and psychological factors play an equally important role, especially in later existence. The next indicator focuses on something deeply human. Sign number 4. You maintain a sense of purpose in daily existence. Purpose does not need to be large or ambitious to be meaningful. For many elderly individuals, purpose appears in simple routines, personal responsibilities, and emotional connections. A sense of purpose may involve caring about relatives, enjoying a daily habit, helping others in small ways, or simply feeling that tomorrow still matters. Research consistently demonstrates that elderly individuals who maintain any form of purpose tend to live longer than those who feel disconnected or emotionally withdrawn. Purpose reduces chronic tension, supports mental wellness, and strengthens the immune system. When the mind remains engaged, the physique often follows with greater resilience. The absence of purpose can quietly accelerate decline, not because of disease, but because the physique responds to emotional withdrawal. If you still care about something in your existence, no matter how small it may seem, that sense of meaning actively supports your longevity. Now, we move forward to the final 3 indicators. These indicators are often overlooked, yet physicians and scientists consider them deeply important because they reflect how well the physique adapts, connects, and recovers over time. These remaining indicators focus on your cardiovascular system, your social world, and your physique's capacity to bounce back from tension. Together, they complete a powerful picture of real longevity potential. Let us begin with the 5th indicator, which is closely connected to cardiovascular wellness, but not in the manner most individuals expect. Sign number 7. You recover relatively well after illness, tension, or fatigue. Recovery capacity is one of the strongest predictors of extended existence after the age of 70. It is not about avoiding illness entirely, which is unrealistic at any age. Instead, it is about how the physique responds after disruption. If you notice that you are able to regain strength after a mild illness, bounce back after emotional tension, or feel better following periods of fatigue, this suggests that your internal systems are still resilient. The capacity to recover indicates that your immune system, nervous system, and hormonal equilibrium are working together effectively. These systems are essential for maintaining long-term wellness. Many long-living elderly individuals experience setbacks, but their physiques gradually return to baseline rather than continuing to decline. This pattern of recovery distinguishes healthy aging from accelerated aging. Recovery does not mean immediate improvement. It means steady progress over time. If you observe gradual healing rather than persistent weakness, your physique is demonstrating one of the most important indicators of longevity. This recovery capacity reflects biological age more accurately than calendar age. A physique that can repair itself still has the potential to support many more meaningful years of existence. Now that we have explored all 7 indicators, it becomes clear that longevity after 70 is not determined by a single factor. It is shaped by the interaction of physical strength, mental stability, emotional engagement, social connection, and recovery capacity. These indicators do not promise exact outcomes, nor do they replace medical guidance. However, they offer valuable insight into how well the physique and mind are adapting to the aging process. Many elderly individuals underestimate their own resilience because they focus on limitations rather than strengths. When viewed together, these indicators often reveal a far more hopeful picture than expected. If you recognize several of these indicators in yourself, it suggests that your physique is aging with equilibrium and adaptability. This combination is strongly associated with longer life expectancy and better quality of existence. Aging after 70 does not mean surrendering control. While certain transformations are inevitable, the manner the physique responds to those transformations remains flexible. Small daily habits such as gentle movement, regular social contact, emotional engagement, and proper rest continue to support longevity at every stage of existence. Even modest efforts can reinforce the indicators we discussed. It is never too late to strengthen resilience. The physique continues to adapt as long as it receives signals of care, purpose, and connection. As we come to the conclusion of this discussion, I want to thank you for staying with me through the entire presentation. Taking the time to understand how your physique and mind are aging is an important step toward existing with greater awareness and confidence. If this presentation gave you reassurance, clarity, or a new perspective on aging after 70, please consider liking the presentation and sharing it with someone you care about. Your support helps this message reach others who may be quietly searching for the same reassurance. And if you would like to continue receiving thoughtful, calm, and meaningful content about aging, wellness, and emotional well-being, I invite you to subscribe to the Wisdom Vault. This channel is dedicated to helping you navigate later existence with wisdom, dignity, and hope. Thank you for viewing, and I look forward to having you with us again in the next presentation.